So in behalf of Mr. Garbo, no, which assigned for Agile software development, no, Agile software development is a methodology based on iterative development where requirements and solutions evolve through collaboration between cross-functional teams. So Agile emphasizes flexibility, responsiveness to change, and delivering small incremental improvements to the product with each iteration. So develop as response to the rigid linear process of traditional methodologies. Agile has become widely adopted across industries due to its focus on collaboration, adaptability, and customer satisfaction. So dapat kapag agile method ang ginamit natin sa ating software testing, i-look forward natin na matest natin yung collaboration, adaptability, and customer satisfaction. There is certain code for principles, no, of Agile. Agile is built on 12 guiding principles outlined in Agile Manifesto. Ano po yung 12 na yan? No? It emphasizing customer collaboration, adaptability, simplicity, and delivering working software frequently. Agile values individuals and interactions over processes and tools, no? Which means that team collaboration and communication are prioritized over rigid documentation and structure. So another principle focuses on delivering working software or working software over comprehensive documentation, suggesting the functional software is the best measure of progress. How about a while ago, we discussed about iterative and incremental development. Agile development is both iterative and incremental. Iteration or sprints, no? Iteration ang tawag na iba naman sprints, no? Typically lasts 2 to 4 weeks, allowing the teams to focus on delivering a small portion of the software. So each iteration adds incremental functionality to the product, no? Allowing user to see and test new features as they are completed. So this iterative approach allows agile teams to pivot and adjust based on user feedback in changing requirements, no? Making agile especially valuable in projects with evolving goals. Know-how. Agile practices sprints in Scrum, no? In Agile, a sprint is a time box period during which a specific work is completed and made ready for review. Sprints are a core component of the Scrum framework, no? A popular agile approach, no? Scrum also introduced other practices like daily stand-ups, yung quick daily meetings, no, to discuss progress. No, sprint planning session, ito yung meetings to define sprint goals, no? And the sprint retrospectives, ito naman yung meeting to review the sprint and identify improvement areas. So these practices create a structure within Agile's flexibility, ensuring accountability and transparency. How about the role of continuous integration? Continuous integration is a practice in Agile where developers frequently integrate code into a shared repository. Ideally, several times a day, no? This allows immediate testing and identification of issues, no, helping to maintain a stable and cohesive product. So, continuous integration encourage developers to work on smaller code changes, no, minimizing risk and ensuring that code is consistently tested and ready for deployment. So this practice is essential in Agile where quick feedback, no, and stable updates are prioritized. Agile testing and quality assurance, no? Testing in Agile happens continuously throughout the development process as opposed to being reserved for the end of the project. Known as continuous testing, no, this approach enable teams no, to identify and address issues promptly. No? Wait, no, but okay? Agile teams no, often use automated testing tools, no, allowing tests to be run quickly with each iteration. And this focus on testing helps Agile teams maintain high quality while accommodating the fast-paced nature of Agile development. Roles in Agile teams ng product owner, syempre, every member of the team, mayroong mga kanilang rules kapag Agile ang ginamit. Yung product owner is a critical role in Agile because he or she responsible for representing the customer or end user. This role no, involves defining the product vision, no, managing the product backlog, and prioritizing tasks to measure the teamwork on high-value features. So the product owner works closely with the development team to clarify requirements, no, provide feedback, and ensure that the final product align with user expectation. How about the rules in Agile teams of Scrum Master? No? The Scrum Master acts as a facilitator and coach for the Agile team, ensuring that the team adheres to Agile principle and Scrum practices. The role is not about direct authority, but rather about helping the team function effectively by removing impediments, no, fostering communication, and facilitating meetings. So the Scrum Master also ensures that the team remains focused on its goals, providing guidance no, to maintain the team's momentum. Roles in Agile team for the development team, of course, no. The development team is a cross-functional group responsible for building, testing, and delivering the product increment during its sprint. So Agile emphasizes self-organizing teams, no, meaning team members have the autonomy to determine how best to accomplish their goals. So the development team collaborates closely with the product owner and Scrum Masters to ensure that deliverables meet quality standards and align with the project vision. Now, so what will be the benefits of Agile when it comes to flexibility and adaptability? One of the most significant benefits of Agile is flexibility. Unlike traditional models, no, Agile allows for changes in requirements even late in development. This flexibility enables teams to adapt to shifting market demands, technological advancement, or user feedback, making it especially useful in fast-paced industries. Agile's adaptability allows teams to deliver a product that better meets the end user's needs. No? And syempre, kung nasa technology tayo, automatic, fast-paced yun. Ano po? What will be the benefits of Agile in a customer satisfaction? Syempre, Agile prioritize customer involvement through regular feedback cycles. By delivering increments of working software, no, Agile teams provide users with the opportunity to test and review features throughout the project. And this constant feedback loop improves customer satisfaction as user can shape the product no, to better meet the requirements. Ultimately, Agile customer-centric approach results in the product that aligns closely with user expectation. How about the benefits of Agile for faster time to market? No? Agile's iterative approach helps teams deliver functional portions of the product early in the development process. So this allows businesses to launch a minimum viable products no, or beta version, gaining a competitive edge by entering the market sooner. So faster time to market is essential in industries where technology and consumer demands evolve rapidly, enabling companies to stay ahead of the competition and gather a real-world feedback. So how about the scope creep? No, the challenges of Agile when it comes to scope creep. No, while Agile's flexibility is an advantage, it can also lead to scope creep if not carefully managed. Without a strict plan, The project scope can expand as new features or adjustment are requested. No? Scope creep can lead to delay, increased costs, and product that deviates from the original version or original vision. Managing a scope requires discipline, prioritization by the product owner, and clear communication with stakeholders to balance adaptability with project constraint. Kasi kung dagdag ng mga modules, di po ba, lalaki ang project, hahaba ang time na makukonsume. Now, how about challenges of Agile when it comes to team collaboration and communication? And this will be the most commonly challenge or concerns, no, related to the team or to the team, no. Agile relies, no, heavily on effective communication and collaboration among team members, no, which can be challenging, especially in remote or cross-functional teams. Daily stand-ups, regular feedback sessions, and open channels of communication are essential, but can become challenging in dispersed teams, no. Misconception or a lack of collaboration can lead to delays or a misunderstanding, making it crucial for teams to establish clear communication practices. No? How about challenges of measuring progress and success? No? Kahit mayroon pa tayong mga Gantt chart, still, we encountered measuring progress and success be a challenge. No? Traditional models often use metrics like milestone and timelines. No? But Agile's iterative approach requires different metrics. So metrics in Agile such as yung velocity, no, the amount of work completed in a sprint, or yung kaya namang burn down charts, no, showing remaining work, no, provide insights, no, into the team's progress, but may not align with traditional management expectation. No? Adjusting to Agile metrics requires a shift in perspective of organization use to a linear programming or planning. I just want to play this presentation. As I mentioned, no, looking forward that minimal lang yung ating commercials. No? But skip natin.
Okay, so what is Agile? So basically, the main motive of Agile is to deliver a high quality product with बेस्ट वैल्यू. अब किसी भी प्रोडक्ट को कैसे हाई क्वालिटी प्रोडक्ट के फॉर्म में डिलीवर किया जा सकता है जिससे कि वो यूजर के रिक्वायरमेंट के अकॉर्डिंग हो, तो उसके लिए हम बहुत सारे अप्रोचेज को फॉलो करते हैं. तो अजाइल में उन सारी चीजों को इंक्लूड किया गया है. जैसे हम कह सकते हैं कि अजाइल में क्या होता है, हमारी मल्टीपल टीम्स होती हैं. जो स्मॉल टीम्स वो एक साथ वर्क करती हैं, टुगेदर वर्क करती हैं. और जो मेजर फीचर अजाइल का होता है वो ये होता है कि जो भी यूजर का फीडबैक आता है, जैसे प्रोजेक्ट कोई भी डेवलप हो रहा है, कोई सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलप हो रहा है, उसके में यूजर का फीडबैक आता रहेगा. उस फीडबैक के अकॉर्डिंग उसमें इंप्रूवमेंट और इन्हांसमेंट होते रहेंगे. तो जो यूजर का फीडबैक होगा उसको अडॉप्ट किया जाता है और इसके अकॉर्डिंग उस सॉफ्टवेयर में चेंजेस किए जाते हैं. राइट. एंड अजाइल इज अ टाइम बॉक्स्ड अप्रोच. दैट मीन्स वी कैन से अगर हम कोई भी एक टास्क कर रहे हैं तो उस टास्क का एक टाइम डिफाइन होगा कि इस पर्टिकुलर टाइम पीरियड में हमें इस टास्क को कंप्लीट करना है. सो दैट्स व्हाई वी कैन से इट इज अ टाइम बॉक्स्ड अप्रोच. And agile methodology supports speedy प्रोजेक्ट डिलीवरी. सो वी कैन से कि टाइम पे हमारा मेजर कंसंट्रेशन रहता है जिससे कि किसी भी प्रोजेक्ट को एक बेस्ट वैल्यू के साथ टाइमली डिलीवर कर दें. और दूसरी चीज ये है कि जब हम यहाँ पे कह रहे हैं कि एक टाइम बॉक्स अप्रोच है कि किसी भी टास्क को हम एक गिवन टाइम में फिनिश कर रहे हैं, तो यहाँ पे चांसेस ये बढ़ ही जाते हैं, इंक्रीज हो जाते हैं कि कोई भी प्रोजेक्ट हमारा टाइमली डिलीवर हो. राइट. Agile methodology supports changes in requirement. So I earlier told you कि जो भी हमारे requirement में change होते हैं उनको adopt कर लिया जाता है. चेंज कैसे होते हैं? जैसे यूजर का फीडबैक लिया गया, यूजर ने फर्दर कोई इन्हांसमेंट करने के लिए कहा या कोई चेंज करने के लिए कहा, तो उनके अकॉर्डिंग फिर फर्दर उसमें चेंज किया जाता है. और लास्ट में हम कह सकते हैं कि अजाइल मेथोडोलॉजी में हमारे प्रोजेक्ट को स्मॉल स्मॉल पार्ट्स में डिवाइड कर दिया जाता है और उसी को हम क्या कहते हैं? यूजर स्टोरीज कहते हैं. तो ये बेसिक डेफिनेशन है अजाइल की. अब बात करते हैं कि फेजेस ऑफ अजाइल सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलपमेंट लाइफ साइकिल. तो मेजरली यहाँ पे हम ये 6 फेजेस देख रहे हैं, जो आप यहाँ से देख रहे हैं 1 से स्टार्ट होके, और ये आपका वार्म अप वाला फेज है जिसको आइटरेशन 0 नाम दिया गया है, और फिर आइटरेशन 2, आइटरेशन 3, आइटरेशन 4 और आइटरेशन 5. सो क्या होता है इन पांचों फेजेस में? वी विल सी अ लिटिल इंट्रोडक्शन. पहला फेज है आइटरेशन 1, कंसेप्ट वाला फेज है, जिसमें कि हमारे जो भी पॉसिबिलिटी हो सकती हैं किसी भी प्रोजेक्ट को लेके, उन सब चीजों का यहाँ पे एक एनालिसिस किया जाता है, या हम आइडेंटिफाई करते हैं कि इस प्रोजेक्ट से रिलेटेड क्या पॉसिबिलिटी हो सकती है और इनिशियल लेवल पे हम कैसे इसको इनिशिएट कर सकते हैं. तो ये आपका कंसेप्ट वाले फेज में आ जाता है आइटरेशन 1 में. आइटरेशन 0 होता है, यहाँ पे प्रोजेक्ट का इनिशिएशन हो जाता है, स्टेक होल्डर का पार्टिसिपेशन रहता है, एक्टिव पार्टिसिपेशन रहता है यहाँ पे स्टेक होल्डर का, और किस टीम को क्या टास्क देना है, तो टीम बिल्डिंग का काम भी यहाँ पे किया जाता है, और हमारे इस सेटअप के लिए कैसा एनवायरनमेंट की रिक्वायरमेंट रहेगी, तो वो सारी चीजें यहाँ पे की जाती है. रिक्वायरमेंट का एनविजन करना और उसके अकॉर्डिंग फिर अपने सेटअप को प्रिपेयर करना. आइटरेशन 2 है, इसमें भी स्टेक होल्डर का पार्टिसिपेशन रहता है. ये कंस्ट्रक्शन वाला फेज है और ये कोलैबोरेटिव अप्रोच होती है. हालांकि अजाइल की हम बात कर रहे हैं तो अजाइल अप्रोच ही एक कोलैबोरेटिव अप्रोच.
Agenda. First, we will understand what is Agile, followed by knowing the overview of Agile methodology. Then, we shall jump into our main topic, that is, what is Agile software development? Next, we shall see the pivot to Agile software development. Post that, we shall look into the manifesto in Agile software development. After that, we shall discuss why is the Agile methodology better, and continue to learn the Agile software development cycle, and end the session by discussing Agile development models. Sounds interesting, right? Now without further ado, let us begin the session. We shall begin the discussion by knowing the definition of Agile. To offer winning digital experiences, businesses require software expertise. Enterprises will get there through Agile development. It should come as no surprise that technology evolves at a rapid pace. By allowing team members to break down extensive procedures into short pieces to build and test software, the Agile approach helps firms embrace these developments in the development profession. It allows the development team to deliver work more frequently and swiftly. According to the State of Agile Report 2020, Agile development is preferred by 95% or 4,000 respondents. In addition, the methodology encourages cross-functional teams within the organization, which aids in the growth process. The Agile software development technique and everything relevant to the process throughout this iteration will be covered in this video. What is Agile? The ability to produce and respond to change is known as Agile. It's a strategy for coping with, and ultimately excelling in a volatile and uncertain environment. Agile project management and software development is an iterative method that helps teams offer value to clients faster and with fewer headaches. An Agile team delivers work in tiny, digestible increments rather than relying on a big bang launch. In addition, teams have a natural mechanism for adjusting to change fast because requirements, strategies, and results are evaluated on a regular basis. It's all about figuring out how to comprehend what's going on in the environment you're in right now, identify the uncertainty you're dealing with, and figure out how to adjust to it as you go. Overview of Agile methodology. Mike Cohn, the contributor of the Scrum software development method, said, "The worst thing you can deliver in a 2-year project is what the customer wanted on day 1. The Agile software development methodology allows backward tracking and enables the development team to build a broader feature set in time-box cycles. Traditional methodologies such as waterfall used to be dominant in the industry, but that is no longer the case. The lack of backward mobility is the reason why waterfall approaches begin to fade. There is no room for additional functionality, and maintaining the system is difficult. Agile methodologies are product development approaches that are consistent with the Agile Manifesto's values and principles for software development. Agile methodologies aim to create the best product possible by forming small cross-functional self-organizing teams that deliver small chunks of the functionality on a regular basis, allowing for frequent customer feedback and course correction as needed. Agile attempts to overcome challenges that traditional waterfall strategies of delivering large items over long periods of time face, such as client needs changing often, leading to the supply of erroneous products. The Agile methodology is a cutting-edge method to software development that emphasizes flexibility and speed. The approach has introduced new concepts of iterative and incremental development processes to ensure flawless and quicker delivery. It follows a standard development process from requirement collecting to design, development, testing, deployment, and maintenance. On the other hand, the Agile technique modifies the strategy at each stage. Now that you guys got an idea of Agile methodology, let us now look into the Agile software development. What is Agile software development? Agile software development refers to a set of iterative software development methodologies in which requirements and solutions arise from collaboration among self-organizing cross-functional teams. Agile methods or Agile processes promote a disciplined project management process that encourages frequent inspection and adaptation, a leadership philosophy that promotes teamwork, self-organization, and accountability, a set of engineering best practices that enable rapid delivery of high-quality software, and a business approach that aligns development with customer needs and company goals. Agile development refers to any development approach that follows the Agile Manifesto's concepts. A group wrote the manifesto of 14 software industry leaders, and it reflects their knowledge of what methods work and what approaches don't work for software development. The Agile software development community strongly emphasizes cooperation and the self-organizing team. That isn't to say there aren't any managers. Instead, it suggests that groups are capable of figuring out how to handle problems on their own. Those teams are cross-functional, in other words. Those teams don't need to have specific jobs, instead, they should make sure they have all of the necessary skill sets when they get together. Managers have a place in the world. First, managers ensure that team members possess or acquire the necessary skill sets. Managers create an environment in which the team may succeed. Managers usually take a step back and let their teams figure out how they will deliver products, but they step in when the teams try but are unable to resolve issues. When most teams and companies begin using Agile development, they concentrate on methods that aid in collaboration and task organization, which is wonderful. However, specific technical practices that directly deal with designing software in a way that helps your team deal with uncertainty are another important set of practices that are not widely followed but should be. These technical steps are extremely important and should not be disregarded. Ultimate path of the Agile software development. When it was originally established in 1970, the waterfall methodology was groundbreaking. It ensured that software development was disciplined by ensuring that there was a clear requirement to follow. It was built on Henry Ford's 1913 assembly line innovations, which provided certainty at each step of the manufacturing process to verify that the end product matched the specifications. Computing systems and their applications were often complicated and monolithic when the waterfall methodology was introduced to the software world, demanding discipline and a defined objective to deliver. Requirements also changed more slowly back then than they do now, making large-scale projects less troublesome. In reality, systems were designed to expect that they would never change and would serve as perpetual battleships. Not only in software development but also in manufacturing and other business activities, multi-year timescales were widespread. However, the waterfall's rigidity became an Achilles heel in the internet age, where speed and flexibility were essential. When developers started working on online apps, software development methodology began to shift. A lot of the early work was done at startups, where the teams were smaller, collocated, and many of the people didn't have typical computer science backgrounds. In addition, there were financial and competitive demands to get websites, apps, and new features to market as quickly as possible. As a result, development tools and platforms evolved quickly. Many of us at startups began to doubt the waterfall technique and explore ways to be more efficient. We couldn't afford to complete all of the thorough documentation upfronts, so a more iterative and collaborative method was required. One could raise as much money as you wanted, but you wouldn't be able to attract brilliant software developers who could work with quickly evolving internet technologies if you treated them like slaves who slavishly follow the spec. A group of seasoned software developers got together in 2001 and realized they were developing software in a way that wasn't following the usual waterfall process. They also weren't all working for startups. This group, which comprised technological heavyweights Kent Beck, Martin Fowler, Ron Jeffries, Ken Schwaber, and Jeff Sutherland, drafted the Agile Manifesto. It detailed their common beliefs on how a modern software development process should operate. The Agile software development technique arose from these concepts. To learn more about Lean Six Sigma and quality management, check out Invensis Learning's project management certification training on Lean Six Sigma and quality management. All of the necessary information is given in the description box. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for regular updates. So, let us now understand the Manifesto for Agile Software Development at a greater depth. Manifesto for Agile Software Development. The Manifesto for Agile Software Development and its 12 Ideas is an umbrella title for a set of concepts and activities based on the ideals and principles articulated in the Manifesto for Agile Software Development. It's generally a good idea to live by these values and principles while approaching software development in a given way and to utilize them to help you calculate what to do in your individual scenario. The Agile Manifesto's writers chose the word Agile as the moniker for this entire concept because it reflected the adaptability and reactivity to change that was so vital to their methodology. 20 years ago, in Snowbird, Utah, 17 software engineers gathered to suggest a new approach of producing software, by doing it and helping others do it. The signers of the Agile Manifesto realized how much these concepts would aid them in the field of software development as a result of their work, but they had no idea how quickly their ideas would spread outside of their profession. As a result, the Manifesto's creators listed the following values as the most important. Individuals and interactions over processes and tools. Working software over comprehensive documentation. Customer collaboration over contract negotiation. Responding to change over following a plan. Since then, the original paper has been used by a wide range of organizations, including developers, Boy Scout troops, marketing departments, and restaurants. Its universality stems from a set of Agile concepts that can be used in a variety of situations, are simple to acquire, and are rarely entirely mastered. Here are the main ideas for incremental development that have made Agile what it is today before it spreads to every part of the globe. Our highest priority is to satisfy the customer through early and continuous delivery of valuable software. Welcome changing requirements, even late in development. Agile processes harness change for the customer's competitive advantage. Deliver working software frequently, from a couple of weeks to a couple of months, with a preference for the shorter timescale. Business people and developers must work together daily throughout the project. Build projects around motivated individuals. Give them the environment and support they need, and trust them to get the job done. The most efficient and effective method of conveying information to and within a development team is face-to-face conversation. The most efficient and effective method of conveying information to and within a development team is face-to-face conversation. Agile processes promote sustainable development. The sponsors, developers, and users should be able to maintain a constant pace indefinitely. Continuous attention to technical excellence and good design enhances agility. Simplicity, the art of maximizing the amount of work not done, is essential. The best architectures, requirements, and designs emerge from self-organizing teams. At regular intervals, the team reflects on becoming more effective, then tunes and adjusts its behavior accordingly. These 12 principles of Agile software, which were also developed at the Snowbird Summit, expand on the values' few phrases. That's all there is to it. Since then, the Agile Manifesto website has changed very little, if at all. On the other hand, the world around Agile could not be more dissimilar. Now, after understanding the Agile Manifesto in software development, let us look into the fact of how is Agile better. Why is the Agile methodology better? You usually get better quality apps, faster developed applications, and better technical approaches when you combine Agile ideas, execute them in an Agile framework, use collaborative technologies, and follow Agile development practices. The main reason for this is that Agile was created with flexibility and adaptability in mind. The problem is broken down into digestible components, which you then build and test with users, rather than defining all of the answers up front as in the waterfall method. If something isn't working as intended, or if the effort exposes something that wasn't anticipated, you may immediately adjust the effort to get back on track, or even change tracks if necessary. In addition, Agile allows each team member to contribute to the solution and requires that they do so. Agile development is superior for many challenges because its ideas, methods, and techniques are tailored to today's operational realities. Agile frameworks and development procedures that prioritize producing working software repeatedly and encourage the use of feedback to enhance the application and process are better suited to today's world of operating smarter and faster. Product owners may believe they know exactly how they want to design an application that achieves their vision. Still, they rarely want to give up the chance to modify that vision as they speak with more users and observe how an application operates in their hands. Similarly, development teams believe they know how to create the ideal program. Still, they won't be able to show it off until the complete application has been integrated, functionality demonstrated, and changes have been made. Now, we shall look into the Agile software development cycle. The Agile software development life cycle is a set of steps that a product goes through as it progresses from conception to completion. Concept, conception, iteration, release, maintenance, and retirement are the 6 phases. Depending on the project management methodology chosen by a team, the Agile life cycle will differ differently. Scrum teams, for example, work in sprints, which are short time periods similar to iterations. They also have responsibilities that are explicitly defined, such as Scrum Master. Kanban teams, on the other hand, have a more continuous flow with no needed roles. Extreme programming is another example, in which teams work in shorter iterations and place a greater emphasis on engineering methods. The first step, concept, entails identifying commercial opportunities in each proposed project as well as estimating the amount of time and effort required to complete it. This data can then be used to rank projects and determine which ones are worth pursuing based on their technical and financial viability. The team members are identified, finance is provided, and the initial needs are addressed with the customer during the second step, inception. A timeline that explains the various roles of teams and clearly states when work is anticipated to be finished for each sprint should also be prepared. A sprint is a set period during which specific work has to be completed and made ready for review. Inception, it's time to assemble the software development team once the concept has been defined. A product owner will verify the availability of their colleagues and select the most qualified individuals for the project, as well as provide them with the required tools and resources. The design process can then begin. The team will design a user interface mock-up and lay out the project architecture. The inception stage entails obtaining further feedback from stakeholders in order to fully flesh out the requirements on a diagram and identify the product's functionality. Regular check-ins will verify that all requirements are accounted for during the design phase. Iteration/construction is the third step, in which teams begin developing working software based on requirements and ongoing input. Iterations, or single development cycles, are used in the Agile software development cycle to build on one another and lead to the next phase in the overall development process until the project is finished. Each iteration is typically 2 to 4 weeks long and has a predetermined end date. At the end of each iteration, the goal is to have a working product to launch. Release, the product is on the verge of being released. However, the quality assurance team must first do several tests to guarantee that the software is completely functional. These members of the Agile team will test the system to ensure that it is bug-free. If any potential problems or defects are discovered, the developers will address them as soon as possible. This phase will also include user training, which will necessitate more documentation. When all of this is finished, the final iteration of the product can be released into production. Maintenance. Customers will now be able to use the software after it has been fully delivered. It now enters the maintenance phase as a result of this operation. The software development team will give ongoing support during this time to ensure that the system runs properly and that any new defects are resolved. They'll also be on hand to provide users with further training and make sure they understand how to utilize the product. New iterations can be made throughout time to update the existing product with updates and new features. Retirement. A product enters the retirement phase for one of two reasons: it is being replaced by new software, or the system has grown obsolete or incompatible with the organization over time. Users will be notified first by the software development team that the software is being decommissioned. Users will be moved to the new system if a replacement is found. Finally, the developers will complete any outstanding end-of-life tasks and discontinue support for the existing product. There are several iterations in each phase of the Agile life cycle to polish deliverables and provide excellent results. Now, let's have a look at the two most important Agile development models. Agile development models. Agile teams employ a variety of ways to produce software. However, there are two main methods. Scrum methodology. Kanban. Scrum methodology. The most well-known and straightforward way is Agile Scrum methodology. According to the State of Agile report, the Scrum technique is used by 56% of teams. It's a methodology for creating and maintaining complicated products. The Scrum Guide contains the definition of Scrum and the concept behind it. Scrum Guide 2020 Update is the title of my article. The impact of major changes on development teams. The most recent revisions to the Scrum Guide that are relevant to the development process can be found there. It is based on the following principles. The Scrum approach relies on the Scrum Master's role in assisting the product owner in identifying and prioritizing targets. The goals and feature set are then added to a product backlog, which lists the goals and features. The cross-functional team evaluates the backlog and selects sprints for delivering possibly shippable increments of software. A sprint might last up to 4 weeks. Daily stand-up meetings are held to ensure clear communication between team members and keep everyone up to date on development progress. After each sprint, the team examines the backlog and gathers for a demo meeting to show the capability of the product owner and his stakeholders. A retrospective meeting is a final step in the Agile Scrum technique. The team discusses the situation at this meeting. Kanban method. Kanban is another common strategy used by development teams. This strategy emphasizes continuous delivery and keeping things simple so that the team is not overworked. It works this way. The teams use Kanban boards to visualize their workflow. Cards and columns are used on these Kanban boards to assist teams to make their work visible, displaying it to others, and finishing the job. The team can also use software such as Jira or Atlassian. The software features a board-style interface that allows teams to see their to-do and in-progress tasks. The Kanban method's best feature is that the team knows exactly how much they can or will do in a sprint, and nothing extra will be added. This helps teams stay motivated without being burnt out by balancing the workflow. The Kanban approach ensures that the team understands exactly what will happen next, preparing for half of the activities ahead of time. This is beneficial. The Agile software development methodology is the most effective method for focusing on speed and flexibility. Because of the multiple advantages it offers, an increasing number of development businesses are adopting this methodology. Following the Agile methodology while simultaneously adopting the Agile attitude is the key to creating market-ready software. The strategy is the best way to implement change in the marketplace. It's all about responding to consumer input as rapidly as possible without delaying the completion of your project. It's all about preparing and distributing modest, frequent increments of your product so that there's always space for improvement at a low cost. Pick the Agile method and keep moving forward. We at Invensys Learning will provide certifications for Agile project management related courses. We offer certification courses for Agile PM Certification, Agile PM Foundation, Agile PM Practitioner, Agile Scrum Certification, Agile Scrum Foundation Certification, Agile Master Certification. You can also own certain advantages if you are wishing to take certification from us. Interactive instructor-led training. Expert trainers with rich domain knowledge and expertise. Flexibility to retake training within 2 months. Lifetime access to webinars. Training material created by SMEs. Case studies for an enriching learning experience. Pay in your local currency without any hassle. Lifetime access to a personalized LMS.
Okay, so as the discussions actually give us more details no about what agile no methodology is no, and to sum up no, the agile development process. Okay, so to sum up, no, agile software development has transformed no, how team approach software projects by prioritizing adaptability, no, customer satisfaction, and collaboration. So through rules like the product owner, no, Scrum Master, and development team, agile foster a culture of shared responsibilities and accountability. So while Agile offers numerous benefits, no, including faster time to market and greater profit flexibility, it also presents challenges such as scope creep and the need for effective communication. Properly implemented, syempre, Agile methodologies can significantly enhance the quality and responsiveness of software development projects, making Agile a valuable approach in today's dynamic software landscape. Okay, so I think that's it for this topic.